Welcome back to JSA TV, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovations from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. And we're coming to you live from the expo floor of Channel Partners 2025 in the heart of Las Vegas. Joining me now, we've got Tim Piccirilli with Raeden. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
It's such a great time here. Lots of energy, lots of things going on.
It is.
And lots of new faces to talk to. So we're super excited to have you here. Before we dive in, I would love for you just to tell our viewers, in case they're not familiar, just a little bit about Raeden and what you do.
Sure thing. So technology moves fast. Infrastructure, not so much. So Raeden resolves that by really providing the data center, power, and connectivity solutions that enable the rapid deployment of technology. We're able to do that because we vet and maintain a real estate portfolio of locations, brick and mortar locations, that are able to handle modern technology needs today. We take that portfolio of thousands of sites around the world and match that with a really deep technical expertise and a really strong partner ecosystem that allows us to develop, deploy, and maintain physical digital infrastructure that really enables client-focused solutions that enable them to both deploy at speed and with the business outcomes they want versus needing to settle.
Absolutely. And I can tell you're very passionate about what you do, and that's
super
so
exciting,
great to see. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible work that we're doing here, and it's just it's amazing to be a part of it.
It is. And you walk around the floor and you talk with people, and everyone's got that same kind of excitement in the air, and there's a lot of optimism that's out there, and it's really cool to be part of.
Yeah, well, you were talking about partnerships and just the value add that you have there. So how do you approach building those strategic partnerships that are really driving growth and innovation across the ever-changing tech and telecom sectors? And what role are these partnerships playing in expanding your own market reach?
Great question. Partners are so important to us. Our partner ecosystem really is the accelerant for us to deliver for our customers. All of our partners pretty much have three attributes in mind. So not only the ones that we have today, but the ones that we're looking to include in our overall ecosystem. The first one is that they're client focused, like really being so fine-tuned. I'm a former Amazonian, so customer obsessed, kind of that idea of wanting to really deliver for the business outcomes those businesses are looking for. The second is the fact that they're solutions oriented. So it's not necessarily a matter of just trying to fit somebody into a space or a solution, but really trying to find out how best to deliver to the outcomes that that client is looking for. And the last is collaborative. All of this stuff is super complex. And for everyone to be so monolithic in their thinking and not trying to work with all the different providers in a space that's really trying to deliver that solution is super important to us too.
Absolutely. So you've been talking about the different way that you've been approaching the market here across the tech and the telecom industries. So how are you really differentiating yourself in this marketplace?
Yeah, so Raeden really is, I think, at first consultative. So we approach customers not necessarily just asking them generally what they want and being transactional. We want to really understand, like, what's their IT strategy? Where is their AI playing into the mix? Getting to the core of what the business outcomes that they want, not necessarily for just what they're asking us for today, but what does their growth strategy look like so we can be a partner with them going forward. The second is that we have some credibility. While we're a newish company, we have a lot of people who have depth of experience and proof of performance to actually deliver on the promises that we make to our customers and wanting to exceed the expectations. And our partners are very similar in that regard. And last but not least, we're fast. We are very, very fast. And we try to match the speed of business versus the speed of infrastructure.
Oh, I love it. Matching the speed of business. That is so true. It is not the same pace as the infrastructure,
it's not.
Is it?
and that's the credibility piece to it as well, is that there's a lot of kind of opportunistic, speculative players that are out there in the market right now, especially in the data center space. But we've been doing it. We have decades of experience on our team, hundreds of years across our partners. Like, we can deliver.
Yeah. You might have just halfway answered the closing question that I have for you then, is just what key trends or shifts are you really keeping an eye on that you think might drive the way that you're going with your business? We might have touched on it right there.
Yeah, some of it a little bit. I mean, one of the biggest ones is there is a real big transformation happening in data strategy, right? Yeah. So all data is not necessarily used in the same way and shouldn't be treated the same way accordingly. I'm also a former Army engineer, and there was a great saying that we had of when you mix dirt and water, you get mud. When you mix mud and dirt, all you get is more mud. So if you have bad data, not the best practices, and you're not able to be adept enough to be able to handle the rapidly changing technological marketplace, you're going to be in a mess of trouble. You don't want to end up with more mud. And with hundreds of terabytes of data being created on a daily basis, it really is the mud and dirt type situation. So being able to be responsive to that constantly changing need, but also helping companies execute on the strategies of having better data management today and going forward is really important. I think the second is scarcity. Scarcity, while it's being addressed, there's single-digit vacancy in the data center space globally as one example. And while there's a lot of construction going on, it's still not nearly enough to be able to match the demands that we're seeing coming forward in the future.
Yeah.
And I think the last is that customization or that intentional deployment that matches specific business needs. It's not one size fits all anymore. So being able to have a good partner, somebody like Raeden in our ecosystem, can really help you not have to worry about the infrastructure side of things, not having to wait, not having to settle, but instead really have a partnership in place to come up with the digital outcomes that support the business initiatives that an entity might have.
Great. I can tell you've got no lack of things going on and probably a lot in the pipeline. I won't ask you what those are, but where can we go just to keep up with what Raeden has going on?
Our website, Raeden.com, that's Raeden, or find us on LinkedIn. Look for us around. We've spent the past couple of years really building up this ecosystem and looking forward to delivering for more and more customers in the future.
All right. Well, Tim, thanks so much for stopping by JSA TV. It's been great talking to you and learning about what you've got going on.
And it has been an honor to do this. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. You're welcome. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty more to come here from Channel Partners 2025. In the meantime, stay curious and stay connected.